What is going on, my peoples? Welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is doing well today. Thank you so much for joining me on this beautiful day. Feel free to check out the Twitch and Patreon in the description down below. Now, I told you all in the previous video, I was going to check this topic out, man. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and read on about it and give y'all one of them type of videos today. We're going to do something a little different. We're going to watch this little full story documentary. Maybe it's a video, a little movie sequel. I don't know what it is. But it is pertaining to the sweetest heist in Canada. Oh, yes, indeed. The sweetest heist. You all know what I'm talking about. If not, I'm talking about that Canadian maple syrup. They could have went for anything else. They could have went for the diamonds. You know what I'm saying? They could have went for the diamonds. They went for the maple syrup. Let's go and look at this video and see why these men, I don't know if it was men or women, if it was a mix of genders, why? What was their reason behind this? Stealing maple syrup? How did you get all these maple syrup barrels to begin with? How many trucks, how many vehicles? I mean, how many vehicles you had to do this? You must have had a lot of time on your hands to plan this. You know what I'm saying? You need like 18-wheelers to deliver this type of stuff. Who 18-wheelers was it? Were they stolen? I want to see what other type of crimes did they pull in order to pull off this major crime right here. Because you know they had to do other illegal things. Shout out to, what's this channel called? Shout out to Crime Beat TV. First time checking this channel out. Original video link will be in the description down below. You guys already know how I do. Here we go, man. I'm not pausing a lot.
Our next story is one of the weirdest thefts we've ever come across. A heist, where the loot was something no one ever thought to protect. Maple syrup.
Facts.
The syrup was stored in a warehouse in Quebec. Thousands upon thousands of barrels of it. And while you're probably thinking, so what, it's maple syrup, consider the fact it's worth 13 times the price of crude oil. Tonight, we'll tell you how the theft happened. And
you telling me that the syrup is worth more than crude oil? Whoever would have thought that? Huh?
We'll descend into the black market of maple syrup.
The black market. Are they going to show their faces?
It was a routine check. An accountant arrived for the yearly audit of maple syrup inventory at a warehouse about an hour outside Quebec City. The barrels were stacked 6 high, each one supposedly weighing 600 pounds.
Wow, 600 is wow.
So the accountant scaled the pyramid confidently and reached for the top. And that's when he almost fell to his death, losing his balance, realizing the barrel was empty.
Oh.
No one panicked right away. At first, it only seemed like a handful of barrels were empty. Could have been an inventory glitch. But 3 weeks later, they checked again and realized this ran much deeper. Not only were some barrels empty, others had been filled with water.
Oh, no. No. Don't. What? What's the purpose behind draining the... What was the purpose behind draining them out of these? Did you drain them out the barrels? Why not just take the barrels? Was it easier, faster? They had some type of suction machine?
It would take nearly 3 months to fully realize the extent of this theft. Nearly 10,000 barrels worth of syrup gone.
Oh my God.
Valued at a staggering $18 million.
It's a W heist. I'm sorry. It's come on. When you walk into the prison, I'm talking about when you walk up in there and the facility and the COs bring you in, man, everybody go. You think Canadians was mad about this, or were they cheering him on in prison? What you think? I mean, y'all still had maple syrup and stuff to use. It's not like it vanished from the world and they took like the whole lifetime supply. Nah.
Sure, it's just maple syrup, most would say. That's what the group of thieves was counting on. But with a single barrel of maple syrup valued at more than $1,800, there was big money to be made. And the warehouse, located just off the highway in St. Louis de Blanford, Quebec, was ripe for the picking. The warehouse was a rented space, with no security cameras, no alarms, and inside, the backup supply of maple syrup for the world, worth $30 million. Today, that reserve looks like this, stored in case there's ever a bad harvest year. That stockpile of syrup is owned by the Federation of Quebec Maple Syrup Producers. The Federation is an organization that, by law, strictly controls all maple syrup sold wholesale in Quebec.
Okay.
Paul Riard is the Federation's deputy director.
At that time, nobody can imagine that an organization of thieves have the ability for take 6 million pounds.
While the Federation may not have imagined anyone would steal its syrup, neighbors had their suspicions. Raymond Pepin saw trucks going in and out of the warehouse at the weirdest hours.
Bon, il pouvait en passer dans la nuit, il pouvait en passer dans le jour, le matin.
One of the people helping load up those trucks, Pascal Patry,
Oh.
we tracked down at his home.
Oh, I got the footage.
Pascal worked for the Federation, storing barrels in the warehouse. But one day, court records show,
He worked for Federation storing this in the warehouse. It be your own peoples who put on. The man who works there was behind the scheme. Of course, that's why it'd be so easy. They got the key, you know, when, you know, people will be there, when they won't be there, you know, the hours and everything to the joint.
he says he noticed water around one of the barrels and approached a manager. That manager offered him $1,000 in hush money, and even more to join the cause. By day, Pascal would work for the Federation. By night, he says, he worked for the criminal organization, moving syrup-filled barrels so they could be shipped and placing water-filled barrels back in line.
That is devious.
It would take a network of truckers to pull off the theft and cart away such a substantial haul.
Facts, that's what I'm saying.
Among those accused, driver Sebastien Dutra.
Oh,
Did
Sebastian.
you transport stolen syrup?
They interviewed him? Sebastian already seems like a nice guy. I could tell off the rip. Sebastian ain't trying to harm nobody. Sebastian just wants some money in his pockets.
I transport maple syrup, but I don't know it's stolen.
Nobody ever said to you,
They never tell the drivers nothing. That's the thing. They never tell them nothing. They give them a little lump sum of money and take this. Just in case the cops pull you over, you literally can't tell them nothing. Because you don't know nothing. They got to go in the barrels themselves and then you take it in. You're collateral damage, man. You don't even know.
this syrup is stolen?
Nope.
You were just a driver.
Yeah, that's it.
But
Yeah, that's it.
He ever
that
said
boy
to
still
you,
alive?
this syrup is
Oh,
stolen?
okay,
Nope.
okay.
You were just a driver.
Yeah, that's it.
You ain't do nothing wrong. I mean, now you should ask.
Sebastian
What's this
Jutras had a
for?
long-standing relationship with a man said to be one of the business partners behind the warehouse. He said that man gave him keys to the property and free parking for his company trucks.
Just park your truck there and no problem with that. Okay.
Was it a good deal?
Yeah, that's free. I like that.
He got the keys and the free parking from this man, Avik Caron, one of the reported partners in the warehouse, and according to police documents, one of the central players in the criminal organization. What the Federation may not have known when it was signing the contract to rent the warehouse was that at that very moment, Avik was being sued for running a scheme as an insurance agent.
Oh.
It wasn't the first time either.
Oh, Avik needed that money.
What's more, Avik had a criminal record, charged with fraud. He pled guilty, but the courts were lenient and didn't send him to jail. Avik Caron was free to do whatever he wanted. 3 months later, the maple syrup theft is said to have begun.
What? I can't believe this, man. Unbelievable.
Once the syrup was out of the warehouse, the thieves had to find a place to put it. According to police documents, it was sent to a number of transfer points, including this warehouse south of Quebec City. Martin Prue says he was hired to work there, not knowing what he was getting into. We found him at his home.
T'es comme deux gangs la Manouche.
Puis votre quartier, c'était plutôt les
Moi,
lits?
j'étais à Saint-Nicolas.
Ah,
Moi,
ok.
je m'occupais de Saint-Nicolas.
According to allegations in court documents, Martin told police that so much syrup was being shipped to that warehouse, he started to find it suspicious. So in July of 2012, he approached his boss. And that's when he says a curtain was lifted on the entire operation. Although he would later recant his statement, Martin first told police his boss admitted the syrup was stolen. And it was from the Federation's reserve.
Bro.
That boss?
That's the Federation's reserved. Why would y'all try to do this to the people of Canada? What are you stealing? If y'all was trying to make that money. Wow.
A man named Richard Valliere. A man who is notorious for working outside the rules.
Awesome criminals, man.
Richard Valliere is to the maple syrup industry what rum runners were in the time of Prohibition. They call him a barrel roller, a man who brokers deals on the black market in defiance of the Federation's laws.
Be sure of one thing, he hates us.
He hates the Federation.
Huh, be sure. Imagine a thing you can do against the regulation of maple syrup. I'm sure he done it.
The Federation has already fined Richard a whopping $1.8 million for breaking its rules. Not that that stopped him, they say.
So when you heard that Richard Valliere was accused in this
Yeah.
theft, did it surprise you?
No, not surprising. Smiling. Again. I remember, I say again.
To the Federation, the theft all comes down to Richard.
In French, we say the cerveau, but
The brain.
The brain of the thing. And Richard Valliere, we know him before this thief. He's a man always against the Federation.
Always against it.
As a middleman in the industry,
So this is for a bigger purpose. This is like a target to the Federation. He had a bigger purpose. You know? It's not about the people or about the money. He just wanted to take it. Prove a point. That's great.
had developed two things: a network of producers who would sell to him, and buyers who would purchase from him on the black market.
Oh yeah, he's gonna make a fortune for sure.
Like Etienne St. Pierre.
Maybe he was worried about the money a little bit. I mean, that's a lot of money sitting right there. But they said from the jump when they first met him, he did not like the Federation.
New Brunswick.
They said the stolen maple syrup was in
from
your
Blaine.
warehouse.
It wasn't over here.
And was it?
It was not.
Etienne did buy syrup from Richard during the time of the theft, just like he had done for years. But he says he never knowingly bought stolen syrup.
Did he ever suggest that the maple syrup was coming from the Federation's warehouse? That it may have been
No,
stolen?
I never.
Still, police swept in anyway, charged Etienne, and seized $1.6 million worth of syrup and equipment.
Dang, 1.6 million? How many did you buy? He had to know. He had to know. You know what I'm saying? But he had to. There's no way. There's no way. Oh my goodness.
They searched all the sugar bush around. I said, what happened with you? They said the Federation sent us over here because he said everything was here. All the drum you see over here, it's above 1/3 of what they took.
So 3 times as many barrels as we're seeing in this room,
Yes,
they seized.
yes.
It was enough to ruin him for the season and nearly put him out of business.
Come on,
Whoever
man.
was
Now
responsible
you messing with other people's businesses. You getting them involved, caught up in these situations. Come on.
for
He needed that for his business.
this multi-million-dollar heist knew there was a deadline approaching. that in late July, the Federation would send an accountant for an annual inspection of the maple syrup
The
inventory.
old man did not know, man.
And they knew they'd better be ready.
They lied to him. Because he genuinely needed it for his business, man. Y'all trying to ruin that man's business. Like, come on.
Next, texts, threats, and arrests.
I just want to make sure. Here we go. Here we go. I had it on another thing. It was for... I had it on my whole... what's it called? It was like another display option. For like something else I was checking out for another video. Yeah, I just wanted to switch it real quick, guys. Back to normal. Or did you guys like it how it was before? I feel like, you know, this is back to normal how it was. But yeah, that was for something that was a whole complete different video where I had to like minimize and do some weird stuff and crop it. Forgive me, guys. I just want to make sure everything is good for my peoples. Some people might be like, wait a minute, this looks a little odd.
July 20th, 2012, 10 days before the Federation's yearly audit of the warehouse, and there is panic. According to police, these are text messages between several of the accused. Police analysis shows the phones used were registered under fake names. Names of Star Wars characters. Luke Skywalker, Leia, Han Solo. The listed address for one of the cell phones, 234 Darkside. The names may have been fictitious, but according to police, the facts behind those text messages indicate a cover-up.
No way.
Four days before the annual inspection, and they know there's a risk.
And they did climb. They for sure did climb.
But dim lights wouldn't cut it. Whether the thieves got lazy and stopped filling up the barrels with water, or simply forgot, that miscalculation would prove costly. The criminal empire would come tumbling down like the empty barrels stacked carelessly atop the pile. The investigation that followed pointed to a heist that went on for nearly a year. And for police, the evidence uncovered was damning. In that second warehouse south of Quebec City, they found prints, pumps, barrels with the Federation's label.
I told you, pumps. Oh.
Still on them. And even more barrels with a handwritten label that read R. Valier. According to court documents, the accused became nervous. One of them told police that Avic Caron threatened them, that if they spoke with police, they'd be shot in the head.
You snitching now?
Another one of the accused told 16 by 9 threats came from people with mafia connections.
Oh, wait a minute. You said mafia connections. Mafia connections. You don't want to play with them boys. Oh, them Italians get down different with this.
But for police, the evidence...
Mafia? Forget that. I'm not working for nobody that got ties with the mafia.
It spoke for itself. And they moved arresting 26 people in connection with the alleged criminal ring. 2 have pled guilty. All of the others maintain their innocence. Including the man who had access to the syrup, Avic Caron, and the man with the connections to sell it, Richard Valier. None of the allegations against them have been proven in court. The one player that was never charged is the Federation, even though there are whispers among producers that it was involved, that it needed a way to clear out its burgeoning reserve and collect an insurance payout.
Was the Federation...
You trying to say that the Federation was behind this scheme, knowing what happened, but had to play along with it in order to make this scheme look real? For their sake. Bro, y'all be so conniving and just devious. Like, I'm talking about devious.
Its burgeoning reserve and collect an insurance payout.
Was the Federation involved with the theft in any way?
Insurance fraud.
Everybody can think what they want to think, eh?
Was it involved, to your knowledge?
Not at all. Not at all.
Still, perhaps some say it was negligent.
You had $30 million stored in that warehouse.
Yeah.
And what was the security that was in place?
Fence. Not a big security. At that time, you have to imagine that who wants to thief maple syrup?
Was that naive?
Perhaps a bit. Perhaps a bit.
You should know how much of a prized treasure that maple syrup is within Canada and Quebec. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, it's worth
Federation
something.
couldn't imagine someone stealing maple syrup. And yet, this wasn't the first major theft in
It's
Quebec.
literally an icon of the culture. Like, they not letting that slide, man. And them people, I want to see, man, I want to know how long, like, did they do? Like, how much time did they do? Or how long are they currently serving? Like, are they out? I doubt they're out. Heist like this is like 20 years plus. This is federal. You're going federal with this one.
While the ink
Too
was
much money
barely
involved.
dry on the rental contract for the warehouse, a truck with $100,000 worth of syrup in it was stolen. 5 years earlier, that same maple syrup supply was robbed, with $1.3 million worth of syrup taken. That case is still open, and police say one of their suspects is Richard Valliere,
Man.
a theft he once again denies being any part of.
They gonna throw the book at him.
Next,
He
a
keep
black
playing with
market
them,
for
alright.
syrup.
Non, il marche pas le système de manière, ça marche pas. Ça marche pas un système de même. C'est impossible.
And a threat from the south.
We can dwarf Quebec easily here in the United States.
What?
From the south.
We can dwarf Quebec easily.
Dwarf?
And a
Système de manière.
wizard.
What they want at you have
And yet, while that surfs again, and a threat from the south.
We can dwarf Quebec easily here in the United States.
Dwarf? It's the word of the day, man. Word of the day. A member of a mythical race of short, stocky, human-like creatures who are generally skilled in mining and metalworking. That's so cool.
What the great maple syrup heist of 2012 revealed wasn't just a sophisticated criminal network. It showed there was an appetite for millions of dollars worth of contraband syrup. A thriving black market fueled by producers and buyers who are enraged by the Federation's system.
In the eyes of Quebec law, what everyone here is doing is illegal.
Yes. These outlaws are maple syrup producers and buyers who don't conform to the rules. Rules set by the Federation of Quebec Maple Syrup Producers, which state all wholesale maple syrup has to go through them.
Non, il marche pas le système de la manière que ça marche là. Ça marche pas un système de la même. C'est impossible.
In the eyes of many, the Federation has become a legal cartel. It sets the price, it imposes production quotas, and it can take years to pay a producer in full.
What needs to change?
De nous laisser libre. De nous laisser libre de vendre à qui qu'on veut.
But a free market is not what the Federation wants. So to stop people from buying and selling outside its rules, it hires undercover agents and demands crippling fines. Fines like the one levied on Philippe Jacques.
650 000, Marco.
Et $650 000 de vous.
Non, ils n'auront jamais une scène de moi.
Man, you gonna be in debt for the rest of your life. What?
Jamais.
Some of these measures seem quite heavy-handed.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Why I have to feel bad because this man products outside of regulation and going on the TV and he cry a bit. Why I have to feel bad of that? No, I'm not feel bad of that. I never say him stop projects. I just say him stop projects out the system.
But while producers and the Federation fight it out, there is another threat to Quebec's famed industry, one that most people never saw coming.
We can dwarf Quebec easily here in the United States.
Dwarf Quebec?
Yes.
Colin Christie is an independent U.S. buyer who's been watching as America ramps up production.
We can provide as good a product, but we can sell it for cheaper. So it's
simple economics.
Yeah.
Simple economics? That's sarcasm. Are you talking about? Are you seriously? I mean, it had to be satire or something, right? Are you seriously saying that you can make something similar to the Canadian maple syrup and do just as good as them economically as far as like profit-wise? Am I hearing that right? You think I'm gonna let that just fly? Yeah, I know Strac don't let nothing just fly over the head. I'll be keeping up.
Is an independent U.S. buyer who's been watching as America ramps up production.
We can provide as good a product, but
we can provide as good a product.
We can sell it for cheaper. So it's
sell it for cheaper. That way, you know, we make the profit back. Because why would people really pay top dollar for what should I say, like a replica, a copy of the original? So they're gonna down the prices since you can't, you know, you got to go across the border for that. We could get the closest thing and the best thing to it here for cheaper, and the sales go up. I see what he's doing. He's trying to compete with Canadian maple syrup. I'm American and I still go to Canada and get the Canadian maple syrup. I wouldn't buy your brand at all. I do a little P.O. box. I'm going to need my Canadian people to send some maple syrup down, please. For real. Oh, my gosh. Oh, in the can, of course. Not the little plastic thing. In the can.
Simple economics.
Yeah.
Quebec
I need a few.
Leader in maple
I'm talking about eating Belgian waffles and pancakes and all of that. All weekend. For the next 2, 3, maybe the month. Yeah.
Syrup production, dubbed the Saudi Arabia of syrup. But the U.S. is clawing away at its market share, taking nearly 10% of it in the last decade. If that trend continues, Canada stands to lose a $600 million a year industry and all the jobs that go with it.
Yup.
Eventually, there's got to be
a
breaking.
All the jobs that go with it, and that's going to majorly affect Canada's and not Quebec, Canada's economy. I was gonna say Quebec as well, but Canada's economy. Can I say Quebec? I don't want to leave Quebec out. Might just be Canada.
Continues. Canada stands to lose a
Okay, yeah, just Canada. All right. And that's really going to affect Canada's economy.
$600 million a year industry and all the jobs that go with it.
Eventually, there's got to be a breaking point where the Canadian people will say, what are we doing here? We're creating an environment where the U.S. is going to take away from us what we are known for. Your flag has that Canadian maple leaf on it. It is part of your heart and soul in your country.
And it's moving south.
That's right. That's right.
But see, the way it sounded earlier was like trying to take him out of business. Like, was I understanding right? Because right here it seemed like he was kind of siding with Canada. Like, that's kind of what I'm feeling.
Canadian maple leaf on it. It is
like maybe it's starting to like spread across the world. Like it's starting to reach the States and stuff. Is what he's trying to say. It doesn't matter. It's not the same product though, right? It can't be the same type of syrup. It got to be like a few ingredients off or something. Like it can't be. If it is, then okay, interesting. Please let me know in the comments. Let me know if I'm understanding this wrong or if I'm picking up what he's putting down. Because
part of your heart and soul in your country.
And it's moving south.
That's right. That's right.
But America plays another role in this story. This is where half of the stolen syrup was sold. And according to police, Richard Valliere is the one who got it here. He even has a U.S. bank account, the Federation claims, to hide the funds. Richard Valliere denies the allegations, but there's more to the money trail. According to police, Richard also had a corporate account in New Brunswick, and more than $6 million flowed through that account during the year of the theft. We wanted to speak with Richard about the money and the accusations he's facing, but
he don't want to speak. He pissed. Y'all done took all that money.
He declined our repeated requests for an interview, so we met up with him in court.
Y'all just don't. Oh my gosh. Come on, leave the man alone. He said he didn't want to have an interview. Okay, so we met him in court.
Just have a couple words with you.
No, pas pour le moment.
Some people close to you have said that you may be working out a plea deal. What does that say about your possible involvement in this theft?
Merci.
Richard has pled not guilty to 4 charges, including trafficking and fraud.
Trafficking?
As for the man who had access to the syrup, Avik Caron, he too never returned our requests for an interview, so we tracked him down outside Trois-Rivières, Quebec, and he wasn't happy to see us.
Bro, why y'all tracking these men down? Leave these men alone. It's that no. We gonna finish this documentary. We gonna finish this. Wait a minute. That's how you treat a female? You put your hands on her like that and pushed her away? Hold on, partner. Who the cameraman? I sure hope you a man, not a woman. Wait a minute. I would have said, hey, put the camera down real quick. You got as much balls to go ahead and push her out the way that push me. Push me. You see what I'm saying? Push me out the way like that. Push me out the way like that. Push me out the way. You know what I'm saying? Whoa, that was crazy right there. I didn't like that.
And he wasn't happy to see us.
You know, that's you know, I ain't no bully, but that's giving a reason. Like, you deserve what comes to you.
Can we just ask you about your role in the theft, if you were involved with it at all?
Avik has pled not guilty to 5 charges, and he wasn't happy to see us.
You see how he did? He was mad. He wanted to hurt her. Look at his lips. Look at his face.
And he
was mad. Look. Oh, he did that quick look. He was looking. He was mad. He know that camera right there too. Go ahead, try it, buddy. If I was a cameraman, like I said, I would have put the camera down. I would have put the camera down and put old boy on behind real quick. Just for that right there. Yeah, and I'm the type of person you gotta get off on me first. I'm more of a defense type of guy. You know, I got offense, but I'm more of a defense type of guy. You know, cool. Go ahead. I don't antagonize people, and I don't start fights. That's the one thing I was taught. That's why defense is everything. I do not start fights. If you start it, at least I can say I didn't start it. It's like situations like this. It's like, come on. All my men out there, what would you do in this situation? Even if you didn't have experience or no training, would you still step in? I know we got a lot of men out there, no training, no experience, nothing, but it don't matter. They still got heart. They'll still step up and be like, whoa, wait, yo, don't touch that lady like that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Huh? Come on, man. I'm
Can I
talking.
just ask you about your role in the theft, if you were involved with it at all?
Avik has pled not guilty to 5 charges, including theft, conspiracy, and fraud. Among the other accused, fracture lines are beginning to show. There's talk more will plead guilty.
She don't belong on the board. What are you doing on the board? That's out in the country.
Today, the
That's
world's
out there.
backup supply of maple syrup is housed in a new warehouse, this time with a security system.
We are near bank system. We are on the same system at bank.
You're saying a theft will not happen again?
Not by this way.
They say, not by this way. So will there be another theft? Are y'all planning another theft? You get some of that insurance money.
The Federation only ever recovered 15% of the stolen syrup.
Dang! Y'all only recovered 15%? That's because the rest was sold off.
Waiting for that insurance payout. Of the stolen syrup, and it's still waiting for that insurance payout. In the meantime, 2 constants remain: the anger in this industry and the syrup, which continues to flow on the black market.
All over the black market, for sure, for sure. Oh, for sure, for sure. W video.
Coming up next week on 16 by 9, 2 explosions that...
W video, I'm not gonna lie. The full story of the sweetest heist in Canada. Or should I say, well, it took place in Canada and Quebec. This was crazy. I really wanted to learn about this and react to this. Instead of me reading, guys, I wanted to go ahead and find a video for us to react to. This was not recommended at all. Once again, Strac went ahead and pulled this out of the watch later and was like, this is what we're reacting to today. I'm just really interested about the heist, you know, considering maple syrup in Canada is like a treasure. It's an icon of your country. I mean, the maple leaf is on the flag. You know what I'm saying? It's so important. And I was like, I really want to go ahead and learn about this. So I could really relate with my Canadians and tell people, yeah, I know about that story, this and that and that. Plus, I don't know if I'm the first person on the tube to ever really check this out. Because I don't know if people really cared that much. This is really underrated. This is an underrated topic. I'm not going to lie, guys. This is really underrated. And for some reason, I really enjoy checking out the underrated topics that nobody really checked out before because it's interesting stuff. And it's like, wow, wait. And it's really more exciting because I'm like, maybe they've never seen this video. What are the chances they've actually came across this topic or this video before? So this right here was something new that I really enjoyed. This was not recommended by my supporters. And it's just great. This was really an experience. I know a lot of my supporters want me to react to videos that maybe other YouTubers have reacted to in the past, this and that, which is cool. You know, that's how reaction channels go. I watch reaction channels as well. What matters, because it's never the same. Every reactor is different, you know, but we still need to pay our tributes, our respect to these original content creators. And that is why, again, Crime Beat TV right here, Crime Beat TV, Crime Beat TV, Crime Beat TV. 11 years ago, 354K views. Underrated, guys. Underrated. And I really enjoy topics like this. Feel free to give me some more topics we can start reacting to and digging deep into from scratch. And feel free to recommend some more videos you would like for me to react to. If you want to see my reactions and my expressions to certain topics, feel free to recommend it. And your boy Strac gonna get to it. What they say? We're gonna get her done. Stay safe, everyone.